Hi, I'm Jake Thamm, president of Crescent Snowshoes out of Boulder, Colorado, and I'll take you through the line very quickly, and any questions that you've got, I'm happy to answer for you. The thing that Crescent Moon is primarily known for is our binding. It's anatomically shaped, so that means that it is left and right specific. This happens to be the women's snowshoe. This is called the Gold 13. The bindings are all the same, from the women's shoe to the men's and women's shoe, and then as you get into the larger sizes, so is the binding, which gets a little bit larger. This binding, which is, as I said, the same as all of our bindings, happens to be a left binding. When you slide your left foot in here, you simply pull up on that strap and it collects your foot in all directions. You can make it tighter in the front or tighter in the back simply by pulling on that strap. You do a one-time adjustment to the heel strap so that when it wraps around your heel, all you do is slide it up and do a micro adjustment. You can ratchet yourself in, and you want it to be in the middle of this strap, which assures that it's completely and perfectly in adjustment. To get out of the binding, you just pull in the opposite direction using that little loop to loosen over the foot, and you squeeze this just like on a snowboard buckle, and you slide it off, and you're in and out as simple as that. The most important thing, however, is when it's on your foot. Because of the materials that we use, this happens to be Hypalon, the same material that you find in a whitewater raft, which doesn't absorb water, doesn't freeze, doesn't stretch, and it therefore doesn't come out of adjustment. That's what makes this binding so comfortable and so secure, because once it's on your foot, once it's adjusted, it will not move, it won't come out of adjustment, and without any hot spots whatsoever, it holds your foot perfectly in place in the most comfortable way possible. That in combination with this very unique teardrop shape, and again, this is the women's shoe, so on the women's shoe we take that teardrop shape and we slightly exaggerate it so that it allows for a short and narrow stride. In other words, the mechanics of this are like, as each shoe passes by the other, it will clear away from itself within the distance of a natural stride. So you do not have to change the way you walk like you do on a traditionally shaped shoe. In other words, you don't have to walk like this, and for women in particular, that's a real consideration, because they'll get hip flexor irritation relatively soon if forced to walk like they are waddling. This allows them to walk completely natural, but anybody for that matter is the beneficiary of this teardrop shape. So we take that teardrop shape and we make it a part of every single shoe that we sell. We just moderate it or modify it according to the general size of the person wearing those shoes. So this is called the women's trail shoe. It's also called the Gold 13. This is called the women's backcountry shoe. To my knowledge, the only designated women's backcountry shoe on the market. It comes in two different colors. These are the most popular shoe we sell, this being the all-around men and women's shoe. It's called the Gold 9. Great for all conditions, all terrain, up to about 195 pounds. And this is our award-winning Gold 10. The Gold 10 being recommended for snowshoers up to about 225 pounds. Backpacker magazine picked it as the best binding a couple of years ago. They picked this shoe, the women's Gold 13, as the best binding on a women's shoe this year. And each year for the last few years we've been identified as the best binding on one particular model or another. Our latest and greatest, if you will, is this carbon fiber shoe. The carbon fiber shoe, which by the way we make in Boulder, like we make all of our shoes, is 1.1 pounds per shoe, or 2.2 pounds per pair. A remarkably light. If you want, go ahead and feel that. Yeah. You'll be my witness.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Incredible. And that's a direct mount. So you literally put your running shoe right on the snowshoe. You bolt it in, we provide the hardware, the instructions. It's very simple to do. But it is an amazing feel when you're out there on the snowshoe. We've had a couple of reviews, which by the way are posted on our Facebook, and if your readers or anybody want to go look at it, you'll see some pretty remarkable comments made about this particular shoe. That's perhaps it's a fairly expensive and perhaps unique or exclusive product, but for somebody who wants to really go fast, cut off some time on their best running, that's it. The next step in Crescent Moon's evolution of products will be the anti-gravitational hover system, which we will talk about next year. But this is as close as you can get without an actual hover system.
Great.
That's it.
Great, thanks a lot, Jake.
Yeah, thank you.